In a quaint village nestled deep within the rolling hills, there lived a family of gingerbread people. The head of the family, Mr. Crisp, was known for his delightful wit and keen sense of adventure. His wife, Mrs. Honey, was as sweet as her name suggested, always ready with a comforting smile and a warm ginger hug. They had a son, Sprinkles, who was as curious and mischievous as any young gingerbread boy could be. One crisp December morning, as the first snowflakes began to dust the village in a fine white powder, Mr. Crisp decided it was time for an adventure. He gathered his family and announced they would embark on a journey to find the legendary Sugarplum Falls. A place whispered about in stories, but rarely seen by gingerbread eyes. They packed their tiny gingerbread knapsacks with gumdrop rations and set off through the sugary forest. The journey was fraught with peril. They encountered the licorice vine, which tried to ensnare them with its sticky tendrils. But Mrs. Honey's quick thinking and a jar of powdered sugar left the vine harmlessly shriveled. Later, they had to cross the marshmallow mire, a squishy expanse that threatened to swallow them whole. It was Sprinkles who figured out that the marshmallows could be firmed up by rolling them in crushed candy canes, forming a solid path. After days of trekking, with frost edging their ginger limbs and hopes occasionally waning, they finally heard the distant roar of the falls. As they rounded the last bend, they beheld the splendor of Sugarplum Falls cascading in glittering streams of pinks and purples. The scene was more magnificent than any story had described. They filled their knapsacks with sugarplum crystals, their faces glowing with triumph and relief. The journey home was much easier, buoyed by the success of their adventure and the treasures they carried. Upon returning to their village, the gingerbread family was celebrated as heroes. Mr. Crisp's adventurous spirit, Mrs. Honey's resourcefulness, and Sprinkles' cleverness had led them to uncover a myth and bring back magic for all to share. And so, in their cozy gingerbread house, with the sweet scent of adventure still in the air, they settled down by the fire, already dreaming of the next journey that awaited them.